Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to match day number 4 of the Waterfalls Elite League Women's Edition 2026. In the morning clash, we have the Bujagali Rafters taking on the Itanda Kayakers, and with me are the two captains, Stephanie Nampina, Jimia Muhammad, and one of the umpires, Gloria Obuko. Stephanie is the home captain and will do the toss.
Heads. Heads is the call, and heads it is.
Heads is the call, and head it is. Jimia, you've won the toss. What are you looking at doing in this particular contest?
Well, I've won the toss and I'm opting to ball first.
Any thinking behind the decision to bowl first?
Because I would like to make our opponents to set a smaller score that we can come and chase easily.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Stephanie, toss didn't go your way. What would you have done in this particular match?
We just wanted to give it a try and bat first, but yeah, the toss is now on our side.
Okay. You had it. The Rafters won the toss and opted to bowl first.
This tournament is sponsored by Scope Energy, Raj Gas Pro, Leica Mobile, Nyakasura Alumni League and Cricket Uganda. Half tracker, deft touch there from Kevin Awino, just guiding it down to the third man to bring up the first runs off the bat for the Bujagali Rafters. Kevin Awino opening the batting alongside Asmin Akrut. Kevin Awino has a half century in this tournament. And her partner has been giving her vital support, but she's yet to get anywhere close to that milestone. Looking at the playing 11 of both teams, the Itanda Kayakers, Immaculate Nakisui, Jimia Mohammed, Mary Namiro, Irene Mutton, Naume Jena Mongin, Nandela Immaculate, Teddy Oera, Lona Anyait, Michelle Ariago, Blessing Apio, and Hanifa Noreen. For the Bujagali Rafters, Stephanie Nampina, Kevin Awino, Ruth Mwanga, Asmin Akrot, Marisa Ariokot, Kevin Amuge, Alumo Irene, Sarah Kiteng, Sonia Nampera, Nyamere Divine, and Akuguzibwe Charlotte. Another dot ball there from Erin Mutton in the over to mark at the end to the first over. 3 for no loss is the score after the first over of this game. Double-header day for the Bujagali Rafters. They take on the Itanda Kayakers in the morning, and they will be returning in the afternoon to take on the Karuma Rapids. Naume Jane Amongin will return with the ball. To ball over number 2 of this game. She was out of the playing 11 in the previous game that the Kayakers played. And now she returns in the lineup and she's given an opportunity to ball up front in the innings. Loud appeal, but the umpire unmoved. Good areas there being bowled by now Mejena Mongin pick up the second dot ball in the over. Touch and go from Kevin Awino to squeeze in another run there for the Bujagali Rafters. After this game, we'll be having 2 more games to play in the groups before we reach the final tomorrow. Bujagali Rafters will take on Karma Rapids in the afternoon. Whereas tomorrow we'll have Itanda Kayakers taking on Karma Rapids in the morning. And then the top two will play in the final. Sampa there down the ground. By Asmin Akrut. But no run. Balls ha. Naume Jena Mongin there, bowling it very, very full and straight. Asmina Kurut trying to play it on the onside. Misses it completely. And wicket. First one for the Itanda Kayakers. The Itanda Kayakers will have something to celebrate early. A wicket falling in the second over. Out goes Asmin Akrut and in comes Stefan Nampina, the captain for the Rafters. Stefan Nampina has a half century in this tournament. She's been batting at number 3 and getting some runs for the Rafters. And in she comes. She will need to stabilize things here. The run is column for the Rafters not looking so good. Started on edge down to third man to find Tedwera with a fine stop. And just one run is taken. Well, that single mark at the end to the second over, leaving the score at 5-1 after 2 overs. Irene Mutoni, who gave away just 3 runs in her first over, returns with the ball for the Kayakers. Irene, a bit wide, cut by Stefan Nampina, but she doesn't manage to force it into that gap. Another dot ball for Irene Mutoni. Half tracker guided to short third by Stefan Nampina to squeeze in another single there for the Bujagali Rafters. Nearly carrying to the wicket keeper. Mm. 6-1 after 2.3, projected score at 48 as the current run rate is 2.4. Deft touch there from Kevin Awino, but sent back by her partner The Itanda Kayakers won the toss and opted to bowl first this morning. Bujagali Rafters are at the top of the table after playing 4 games, winning 3. A win for the Kayakers, I beg your pardon, a win for the Rafters will help them seal a spot in the finals. Whereas for the Itanda Kayakers, they'll need to win their remaining 2 games to stand a chance. The Rapids also have a chance of making it to the final. If the Kayakers lose this morning and the Rapids go on and win their remaining 2 games, including the one today, and then a clash between them, the Rapids, and the Kayakers, which will happen tomorrow morning, they have a chance of making it to the final as well. Last ball of the over, played down to the fine leg boundary there by Kevin Awino for just a single. 3 runs off the over, and the score is 8 for 1 after 3 overs. Match day 4 of the Waterfalls Women's Elite T20 tournament here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Scope Energy, Rajgas Pro, Nyakasura Alumni League, Laika Mobile and Cricket Uganda have all made sure that this tournament happens. Now Mejena Mongin back with the ball. Starts it her second over with a dot ball. She's already made a difference. Her first over went for 2 runs, and she managed to pick up a wicket. Seeing the back of Asmin Akrut. Another dot ball in the over. Down the ground to the cover area for a single. Somehow the Bujagali Rafters are not making great use of the power play. Chance put down there by the wicketkeeper, Jamia Mohammed Abdallah. They've gotten a chance of picking up a big wicket, but the opportunity goes begging. Stefan Nampina is the leading run scorer in the tournament. She came into this game with 121 runs. But a lot of responsibility lies on her, as she needs to make sure that she gets runs for the Bujagali Rafters. Good over there being bowled by Naomi Gina Mogin. She's just given her 1 run and she'll be coming in to bowl the final ball of the over. Naomi Jane to Stefan. Full and played down the ground. Misfielded there to get an opportunity for a single. 2 runs off Naomi Gina Mongini's second over. And after 4 overs, the score is 10-1. This is match day number 4 of the Waterfalls Women's T20 Elite Tournament. And if you're just joining us, Itanda Kayakers is taking on Bujagali Rafters. Itanda Kayakers won the toss and opted to bowl first. They're playing without their captain in Janet Mbabazi. Erin Mutoni back with her 3rd over. Starts with 1 full and it's played to the cover area. Full and played, just guided by Stefan Nampina to 3rd man. No boundary has been scored in this game. Here a good work being done by the Itanda Kayakers. Making sure that they don't give away anything easy. They've touched there from Kevin Awino. Just a dot ball in the end. Full toss, but not too much power there. Quick running, run out chance. Just doesn't affect that direct throw. From that cover area. Blessing Norin appeal. Not making that chance count for the Kayakers. The Bujagali Rafters will need to address the way they are running between the wickets. Power through the cover area. Half-hearted effort there from the field that covers. But that effort will stop that one from racing to the boundary. Stefan Nampina playing with some bit of composure. 6 of 9. Kevin Awin on the other side with 5 of 14. Final ball complete over number 5. This game broadcasting live at Logogo Cricket Oval. Erin Mutoni to Stephanie Nampina. Half tracker. Dot ball. End of the over. 5 gone. 14-1. 14-1 after 5 is the score, and this is the final over to complete the power play of this game. A bowling change made by the Itanda Kayakers. Nandera Immaculate, they are replacing Naume Jena Mongin. Starts, however, with the dot ball. Left arm seamer Nandera. She made her debut for the Victoria Pearls in 2024. Touch and go clear. That was the idea there from Kevin Awino, with all the fielders on the offside standing right at the 30 yards arc. She knew that anything she would drop, she would have a very big chance of stealing a run. Protection at third man and fine leg for Nandera Immaculate. Good area there by Immaculate. Just forcing Stefan Nampina to play it to the front of the square. This tournament will come to bed tomorrow. We'll have the final group stage game between the Itanda Kayakers and the Karuma Rapids tomorrow morning. After that match, we'll have the finals. The men will start off their action on the third day of the second month. Another dot ball there for Nandera Immaculate. Someone would feel that the Rafters have taken care of the wickets column, but the run is not coming their way. Pulled away by Stefan Nampina, down to fine leg for just a single. Good work there done by Erin Newton to cut off that one. And that single will mark at the end to the over. 2 runs of Nandera Immaculate's first over. And at the end of the power play, score is 16-1 here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. We've come to the end of the power play. And there is a bowling change for the Itanda Kayakers as Lona Anyait replaces Irene Mutoni. Spinner coming into the attack. Long on, long off. Deep square leg, deep extra cover. I beg your pardon, deep mid wicket, all patrolling the boundary. Starts off with a dot ball, forcing the Don to play on the off. Stefan Nampina too good on playing on the onside. One long on for a single. We've not seen any boundary in this match. 6 overs gone, no boundary yet scored. Lona Anyait there, picking up another dot ball. On the back foot. Wanted a touch and go, but great awareness there from Jimia Mohammed, the standing captain in the absence of Janet Mbabazi, the captain for the Itanda Kayakers and the Victoria Pearls. Jimia Mohammed, who's formerly captain in the under-19 team, has taken on the responsibility. Flighted and played backward of the square at Fein. Hanifa Noreen, who cuts off that one. Just one run given Ebe Yolanda Nyet in her first. And after 7, score is 17-1. Runs not coming the way of the Rafters. Nandela Immaculate, who gave away 2 runs in her first, is now given the ball again to come back and ball for the Kayakers. A win for the Rafters will see them seal a spot in the finals, whereas for the Rapids, a win, and hopes that a win for them in the afternoon and a win tomorrow against the Kayakers gives them a chance, given that the Kayakers sleep this morning. 3 teams in the tournament, 3 waterfalls, 2 teams to play the final, 1 champion. Not the best of skills. And the first boundary in this innings, Widith on the offer, and Stefan Nampina, the Don, plays that one through the cover area to score the first boundary in this innings. That's where we play there. Full and wide. And the effort there from the field that covers not helping in stopping that one. Pulled away with power into the vacant area at the deep mid wicket. Back boundaries. Stefan Nampina now starting to get into the game. Most expensive over in this match. Nandela Immaculate not maintaining the stump to stump line. The half tracker, and Stefan Nampina pulls that one into the vacant area. Cow corner, deep square leg, and long off approaching the boundary for Stefan. One drifting away from her. And Immaculate Naksui amends and makes sure that she puts in a dotty ball after conceding back boundaries. Full and play to long on for a single to bring Kevin Awino on strike. Down on one knee and pulls that one to cow corner area to bring up another single. And that single marks the end of the over. Most expensive over so far in this innings. 10 from the over, and after 8, score is 27 for a loss of 1. Not umpires standing in this game. Mokaya Shama Uzama alongside Gloria Obuko. Lona Anyait, after giving away just 1 run in her first over, is given the ball again to come and bowl from the shell end. Down on one knee and plays it backward of the square to start the over with a single. Kevin and Stefan all very, very good on the onside. So somehow the bowlers should find a way of forcing them to play on the off. Creates room and pulls that one with power. Michelle Ariago should see that one going past the deep square leg area for another boundary. Stefan Nampina starting to step up and making sure that she accelerates things here. Just making a shuff across the stumps and pulling that one into the vacant area at deep square leg. But somehow there was something missed in that field setup. Polarized that one, but straight to the hands of Immaculate Nakisui at cow corner. And Stefan Nampina will fall into that trap. Catch is taken. Lona Anyait picks up a wicket. And Stefan Nampina will have to depart. A bit flatted and full. But clearly it was in the slot for Nampina to hit. Just not enough baton to that one. And the second wicket for the Bujagali Rafters falls. New batter in, Malisa Ariokot. Malisa Ariokot finds the score at 32 for a loss of 2. Lona now to Malisa. Starts with a short ball. But Malisa Ariokot not taking advantage of that short pitch delivery. Just taps it to cover for a dot ball. Again, solid. Last ball in the over. Play to square leg for another single. That single marks the end of the over. 5 runs from the over, and after 9, 33 for 2 is the score. Nandela Immaculate, who so far given out 12 in her 2 overs, will now come back to bowl for the Itanda Kayakers. Runs not coming the way of the Kayakers. I beg your pardon, in the way of the Rafters. Nandela. A bit of an edge taken by the wicket keeper. And Nandela Immaculate picks up the 3rd wicket. Good glove work there done by Jamia Mohammed. That was drifting away from her. She had to cover some distance to make sure that she gets hold onto that catch. 104 as Nandela gets that wicket over Malisa. Look at the replay there. The ball kept drifting away, but good anticipation there from Jamia. And the celebration tells it all. Disappointed as she walks off. Nandela. Wickets falling in quick fashion here for the Bujagali Rafters. The first wicket fell in the second over as Min Akrut departed. In the ninth, she was followed by her captain Stefan Nampina, and now in the 10th, there goes Malisa Ariokot, 33 for 3 after 9.1. New batter in Sonia Nampera. Booming drive there. Misfielding at the cover. Chance for Nampera, take 2. Okay, the Kayakers being undone by that fielding effort there at covers. And Nampera gets off the mark with a double. Dot ball there from Nandela, immaculate. A bit of an awkward bounce, touch and go. Quick running between Sonia Nampera and Kevin Awino for that single. The scorecard not looking so good for the Bujagali Rafters, 36 for 3. With the 2 balls complete the 10th over. They will need to make sure that they accelerate the gears, try to make sure that they force things here. Get some more runs. Deft touch, run out chance. Sonia Nampera miles away. And another wicket for napping on the other end. They were taking runs in that area. But this time round, Sonia Nampera perishes. A run out is effected. And the Rafters lose their 4th. Mwanga Ruth over. Overs. At the turnovers mark, the teams will take a 2 minutes drinks break. Your trusted LPG partner are part of the sponsors for this tournament. Raj Gas Pro, Smart Energy, Safer Living, Scope Energy, and Leica Mobile are all sponsors of this tournament. Nyakasura Alumni League have also made sure that the girls come out and play. This is match day number 4 of the Waterfalls Women's T20 LA tournament. Some of the highlights of the wickets that have fallen and the boundaries. That was the first boundary there scored by Stefan Nampina. Of the bowling of Nanda Immaculate. 2 back-back boundaries. He scored one on the offside, another one on the onside. She got another boundary off the bowling of Lona Anyait before she was dismissed. A catch taken by Immaculate Nakisui, and that's how Stefan Nampina fell. Shortly, she was followed by Marisa Ariokot, who was caught by the wicketkeeper Jimia Mohammed. And then that run out of Sonia Nampera, effected by Lona Anyait, who threw it to Jimia. Back from the break. And a bowling change. Michelle Ariago will replace Lona Anyait. Ariago to Mwanga Ruth. Full and hit. Straight. To long off for a single. Even though the wickets are not coming the way of the Rafters, they need to make sure that they keep getting the singles and doubles to make sure that they get themselves to a very good total. 38 for 4 after 10.1 is not a very good score. You need to get yourself close to the 100 runs mark. Goes down to sweep but misses it, and wide is the call from the umpire. More runs for the Rafters. No effort there from Apio Blessing Noelin as the Rafters get another single. Michelle Ariago there still with the ball for the Kayakers, and another dot ball. Cuts and the midfield at point to give Mwanga Ruth another single. Got one drifting away from her. She pumped with power onto it. Long on, long off, deep mid wicket and deep square leg for Kevin Awino. Whereas for Mwanga Ruth, most of the protection is on the offside. Another single is taken. 5 runs in the over. The first one for Michelle Ariago at 42 for 4 is the score after 11. Nandela Immaculate will return to bowl her final over. She's so far bowled 3 and gone for 16 runs, picking up a wicket. The wicket of Melissa Ariokot. There she comes for her last. Played up in the air, but it falls in the safe area. No field in that area behind the bowler. Immaculate Nandela bowling left arm over the wickets for both Mwanga and Kevin Awino. Long off, goes down, and deep square leg comes up for Ruth Mwanga. More protection at extra cover. Cow corner at long on. Power down the ground for another single. Long off comes up, and fine leg goes back for Kevin Awino. Up in the air, who wants that one? Catch is taken. And Kevin Awino's 10 of 27 comes to an end. Another wicket there for the Itanda Kayakers. That's a replay there. Just an edge, not full blade. And the wicket goes 44 for 5 after 11.3 is now the score. Five wickets already gone for the Rapids. I beg your pardon, for the Rafters. 44 for 5 as Nyamel Gabriel Divine walks in for the Bujagali Rafters. These two had a 7 runs wicket partnership that helped their side to beat Itanda Kayakers the last time they met. And a lot of batting responsibility will rest on them. Swings hard. Nyamero Divine, but not anywhere close to the ball. Dirty ball there. Nandela Immaculate putting up very, very fine figures as she wraps up her spell. That's played by Divine to long off for just a single. She gets off the mark. Four of 5 for Mwanga Ruthi. Dirty ball there for Nandela Immaculate to end her spell. 3 runs and a wicket off her final over. And at the end of her spell, she's bowled 4, conceded 19, picking up 2 wickets. And after 12 overs, 45 for 2 is where the Bujagali Rafters stand here at Logogo Cricket Oval. Michelle Ariaga, who gave away 5 in half first, will now return with the ball to bowl the 13th over for the Itanda Kayakers. Rajgas Pro, Leica Mobile, Scope Energy, and Nyakaswariga, all sponsors. Balls her right away. Devenya Mer Kulules, the ball keeping low on that end of the wicket. She tries to go for a drive and misses to close her line. 6th wicket for the Bujagali Rafters falls. As Divine Gabriela Nyameri departs. A bit full, the ball was drifting in, but Divine not being in position to play it away. She departs, and the struggles of the Bujagali Rafters continue. The departure of Nyamero Divine Gabriela will bring Irene Alumo into the at the crease, and a change, an introduction of Innocent Naula here in the comms. Good morning, Innocent, and welcome.
Good morning, Ivan. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, but the cricket hasn't been beautiful from the Rafters, who are batting first here against the Kayakers. Kayakers, of course, missing their skipper. They would have loved those runs to be a little more, but they're only struggling at 45 for 6. And they need a heroine to rise amongst themselves here, the Rafters. They have been the talking point for the tournament thus far. They lost their first game to the same team, the Kayakers, by 37 runs. And then see what they did. They went on to win 3. That's the reason they're on top of the table with 6 points. Today, they find the Kayakers a different oatmeal, not a walk in the park, because it's all been about the Kayakers, who even don't have their skipper, Janet Mbabazi. Ivan, you've been here longer than me. I don't know if the bowling has been that good. All these people have really given away their wickets.
I think somehow for the Bujagali Rafters, they have not shown intent well batting. Stefan Nampin and Kevin Awino could have gotten their side to a slightly bigger total, but they didn't even make great use of the power play. And somehow their innings have not taken off. Irene Alumo can swing the bat, but she comes in when her team is in trouble. Up and over, no effort there from Naomi Jena Mongin, and Irene Alumo gets off the mark with a boundary.
I like what Irene Alumo does there. She doesn't try to overheat it, but I also like what she does after she's played the shot, and that she realizes that that was a boundary. She shadows with a full golf swing, saying maybe if I had gone all the way, I could have fallen off the mark with a 6. Yeah, because they need runs, whichever you look at it here. It's not about surviving now to stay on the wicket. It's the runs that will matter here. Irene Alumo again hitting it down the ground. She's rotating the strike nicely, but I would like to see her show the power.
And when you look at the field setup for Irene Alumo, being a left-handed batter, there is some belief that she will be playing most of shots on the onside, but Irene Alumo just making sure that she forces things on the off. And now Ruth Mwanga takes guard, current run rate just for every over. But that single brings up 50 runs for the Rafters. Another dot ball there in the over. The Bujagali Rafters had just 16 for 1 after the power play.
That is way below the standards. Easily the lowest score in the power play in this tournament. And it's coming after break. Did they switch off the engines? Did they go to sleep? All that beggars belief. It is also important for Mwanga Ruth to continue scoring runs. Otherwise, people write her off as a one-hit wonder. And you don't want to be that type of player. You want to be a player that continues to construct innings. And the 50 does come up in the 13th over, belatedly, but it's all good. 51 for 6 now, with Irene Alumo on 5 from 2 and Mwanga Ruth on 5 from 9. Michelle Ariago with good figures, 1 for 11.
Lona Anyaiti there into the attack. She replaces Nandela Immaculate, who completed her spell from the shell end. She's already bowled 2, picking up a wicket and just going for 6 fine figures there from her. But undone by the fielding as she concedes a single off that first ball of the 14th over.
Figures over 1 for 7 for Lona Nyait. That was misfield, was off a person who doesn't give you many runs in the field. You can actually see one, of course, the senior players in the Kayakers side. Nanyed must continue to do the good work now. You see the field setting for Alumo. There is long on, long off, mid wicket. Deep square leg. The protection has been, they're not taking chances on Alumo. Yes, she's a bowler in her everyday trade, but the way she's come out, I like that from Alumo. Intent is clear, just hitting it over the bowler. Again, not trying to overhit it. Yeah, she's putting on a little masterclass of how to bat for the other batters in the dugout, the senior batters. And Alumo is also coming from being rested in the previous game. So the coach must have had some good words with her, and their coach is one of the toughest for me in the tournament, Jonathan Sebanja. Again, very well played there from Mwanga Ruth, who never allows to get bogged down.
If the Itanda Kayakers don't find off breaking this partnership, things may not be good for them, because somehow Irene Alumo and Mwanga Ruth have made sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking. Even though the boundaries are not coming, but somehow they are finding the gaps and making sure that they get the runs. Just capitalizing on her weakness, Lona yet knows that Iron Alma is very, very strong on the onside. So she's just bowling it a bit full outside off and making sure that she doesn't give her the arms.
Finally, she gives her the arms, but that one is ball a little quicker. So by the time she plays, the ball is ready. And Jamia Mohammed, standing keeper for the Kayakers gloves. Like we said earlier, Mbabazi not in the building, the captain of the Victoria Powers and the captain of the Kayakers. That's a beautiful a beautiful end to the over from Lona Anyait. Her figures are very good today. 149 in 3, and the score is 54 for 6 after 14.
Double-header day for the Bujagali Rafters as they return in the afternoon to take on the Karuma Rapids. Michelle Ariago, who's bowled to given away 11 and picked up a single wicket, will now return with the ball for the Itanda Kayakers. 54 for 6 after 14. Not very good figures for the Rafters.
That is out, yes. Mwanga Ruth was going for a shimmy down the line. She left her house very wide open, and the thieves are broken in. Very good stamping. The partnership there between Ariago Michelle and Jamia Abdullah Muhammad working in tandem to perfection as Mwanga Ruth sent back for a shower. Half-hearted shimmy for me. She didn't really show conviction as she tried to step out. She was going and coming back. That's being all over the place and nowhere.
And somehow with the fact that the ball has been keeping low on that side, her not keeping down and raising her body up meant that she could easily miss the ball. 54 for 7 after 14.3 and after 14.1, sorry, and out of nothing, the Kayakers have picked up a wicket. Somehow what the Kayakers have done good in the innings is making sure that every growing partnership for the Bujagali Rafters gets broken as quickly as possible. Kevin Amoge, very well known for her bowling. We may see her opening the bowling for the Bujagali Rafters. She is the new batter in, taking her sweet time before she goes to face. This tournament sponsored by Raj Gas Pro, Scope Energy, Nyakasura Alumni League, Laika Mobile, and tournament organized by Cricket Uganda.
A few words with our fellow bowlers. Yes, we find ourselves with work to do. We still have 29 balls to face between the two of us. Can we give ourselves a chance for a target we can bowl at? She goes over the top. She just holds out. Simplest of catches taken in the covers. Lona Nyait, the fielder, and this is Pub ending to the wicket over Kevin Amuge. They have worked her out quickly. It was a full on her, but she didn't get it out of the middle of the bat. Yes, Amuge comes, departs for a golden duck, and that girl, Michelle Ariago, will be on a hat trick the next delivery.
Lona Anye did not need to move any inch. Just keeping in her right spot, and look at the celebration there from Lona Anye, says it all. Amuge comes, Amuge goes. 54 for 8. Wickets falling in quick succession for the Bujagali Rafters. If the Bujagali Rafters had gotten a chance, or if they get a chance of winning this game, they will still a spot in the finals. But a win for the Itanda Kayakers leaves things open, and it will mean that if the Kalma Rapids go on and win their game and their 2 remaining games and also get a nice run rate, they have also a chance of making it to the finals.
Ivan Sajabi giving you the simplest of calculus here. The mathematics is very simple. The Rafters are on top of the log with 6 from 4 games. And then the Kayakers are second with 4 points. They have won 2, lost 2. And for the Karuma Rapids, they won their first game the other day before the day off after a long evening for the scorers to re-go and recount the numbers over by over, ball by ball. One win from three. I tell you what, Ivan, we were right. When we commented that last over, I was listening to it yesterday and seeing how it all ended up. Yes, we were right from the last over. Their score was 122 for 6. So they only got 4 runs in the last over. Hence our reasoning that they have won by 1 run. Because they needed 6 runs to win. Clean balled. No hat trick for the bowler, Michelle Ariago. But she picks up a wicket. And who comes and goes? Sarah Kitty Akiteng, the teacher. The teacher learns nothing and forgets nothing from her stay in the middle because she's been cleaned up nice and easy.
She started with a dot ball, a solid block, but now she goes for a wild swing. The ball keeps low, nowhere close to that ball, Sarah Kitting, and out she goes. Just 1 wicket shy of completing the first innings, and the Itanda Kayakers 54 for 9 after 14.4. Michelle Ariago has a chance of getting a favor if she can get rid of the final batter for the Bujagali Rafters. 2 balls remaining for her, but look at her figures in the final over. No runs so far in the over, and 3 wickets have already fallen. Good work there by Michelle Ariago.
4 for 11, Ivan. 4 for 11 in 2.4. Those are the best bowling figures. Yes, there have been bowlers like Asmina Kroot who picked up 4 wickets in a match in this tournament, but none has gone for less than what Ariago Michelle has so far. 4 for 11 with even still 8 balls to bowl in her quarter. Does she end it all now? Akonguziwe Charlotte there with a block that is comical.
A dot ball there for Michelle Ariago as Charlotte Akugiziwe makes her way. Another one from Masindi, where Patrick Kusinje is doing a lot of good work. Full, but not straight. If that was a straight ball, Ariago Michelle could have wrapped her up, because Charlotte is thinking not anywhere different from Sarah Kiteng and Kevin Amoge, as all bowlers will think that every ball which is there is for hitting, not knowing that you can dab it down the ground and go for the run. But after 15, 54 for 9 is where the Bujagali Rafters stand. Lona Anyait back to ball for the Itanda Kayakers. Charlotte playing everything on the back foot. One that will keep low and straight. May see her off. 1 wicket for the Itanda Kayakers to wrap up the innings.
Charlotte Akuguzibwe on strike. Yet to get off the mark. Looks like she has come out here with a rock solid defense, because she's stopping the balls in whichever way she can. She swings now short of intent. I like that from her. And she gets a boundary against the run of play. She never looked like she was going to play short like that, the way she was defending. But she gets a good run boundary. And she says, Lona, don't come a lot closer. I know how to bat.
A maximum for Charlotte Akuguziwe out of nothing at a time where you could not expect the boundary to come. It long came. The welcoming boundary has now The Bujagali Rafters straight on. Look at that ball there. Good connection there from Shout Akuguzwa, and it goes all the way for a maximum. Good shot to bring up 60 runs for the side.
Number 11, playing with controlled aggression. She's mixing it up. The defenses and the big hits. Hopefully you can see now that will bring a smile to the dugout of the Bujagali Rafters, the table toppers. She cuts, but that was a little too close to her to get away.
Results into a dot ball, which marks the end of the over. 7 off the over and 61 for 9 after 16. Michelle Ariago back for half final over. 11 for 4 after 3. Down the ground there. Hesitation between the batters. The idea there for the Itanda Kayakers was to just make a noise to scare the batters, and in the end it results into a dot ball.
Arena Lumo on strike. Big appeal, but that was always going down the leg to the left-hander. And it was in the arc for the lefty. Every left-hander in the world must be dreaming, when do I face a spinner? Because the balls always come in the arc. Full toss, hit powerfully, but for one. Alumo playing purposeful here. She's shown real purpose. If the coach is talking to the Rafters batters, Jonathan should just point at Alumo, says, look at what she's doing. She's fighting so hard to get off the strike, whatever she's doing. That's why you see her scoring rate is 80%.
Alumo Irene, the only player who has shown intent for the Bujagali Rafters. She knows she will come again to bowl, so if she gets her team to a total that they can bowl at, she will have done good, but she will need to do a lot of talking to Charlotte Akugiziwe. Charlotte scored the maximum the previous over, but her batting not so convincing so far in the game. Playing on the back foot, but again in the gap, chance to take 2 runs, but Alumo would love to hog more of the strike, most of the strike. She makes sure that she cuts that one to just 1.
In a chat I had with Adeus Muhumuza, the head coach of the Victoria Pearl, saying that no one will make his team this year if they can't bat. So with the way Alumo is batting, she is showing that, yes, I'll be able to bowl for you, and I'll be able to hold my end when it comes to batting. And it is important that you have people like that. You've seen the likes of Mutoli showing us their long levers lately. Muge did it the previous game. Sarah Kiteng must smell the coffee now with so many spinners coming through. The likes of Michelle Ariago, Sarah Tino, they will be pushing her out of the squad if she doesn't become a 3-dimensional cricketer. Yes, her fielding has improved, but she needs also to show that she can hold her end. Anya, it is spelled done and dusted, with as well as Ariago. So what the skipper does from the end where Lona Anyat was bowling, Jimia Mohammed will toss the ball to Teddy Oyela. MVP 2023 for the Women's League. She's got to earn all her stripes all over again with the scoreboard reading 63 for 9 after 17.
Seven of 9 for Charlotte Akuguziba and 8 of 11 for Irene Alumo. Teddy Oyera there in the attack for the Itanda Kayakers. A lot of opportunity has been given for to the young girls to make sure that they bowl most of the overs. Not a very good start there for Teddy Oyera. It's giving away free runs, in my opinion.
I think she was trying to buy a wicket because she tossed it so much in the air that she lost control. You could see she didn't have a stable base as she landed to complete her bowling run-up. Keep it simple. Do what you do every day. Yeah, you see what she's doing. A lot of flight on it. These runs could make the difference. You never know what happens. Maybe there are some demons in the wicket.
I tell you on that end, the ball was going sweetly to the bat. And with Irene Alumon striker now, Teddy Oya needs to organize her lanes as quickly, as swiftly as possible. Cow corner. Longer on, longer off. Extra cover. And deep mid wicket, all at the boundary. But now, because in women's cricket you have use for fielders, they will bring the extra cover area in and keep deep square leg, cow corner, longer on and longer off, right at the boundaries. Swings that one, hard at that one, nearly misjudged by Michelle Ariago, but good come back there from her to cut it off to just a single.
Alumo continues to do Alumo things here. Getting off the strike. Every time she gets a chance to bat. Teddy Oyela happy to toss it up in the air, saying, who wants the candy? You can eat it. She was rested the last game before the break. The break was necessary evil. The guys needing to cool off. She's in the air. Who is going to catch this one? Not Teddy, not Lorna. And the run out also is not completed. Not a good side from the Kayakers there. 2 opportunities to wrap it up. And they don't grasp them.
Both opportunities coming right in front of 2 senior players. Swings hard and connects Charlotte Guziwe. Somehow Charlotte is making sure that they get more runs. And I tell you, Innocent, you cannot say that it's already over for the Bujagali Rafters. If they keep milking this and get close to the 8 runs mark, maybe the bowlers have something to bowl at. The leading wicket taker in the tournament is from the Bujagali Rafters. It clearly tells you a lot about their bowling. Just take 2 runs, and Erin Alumo will take the second run. The umpire confirms that it is a wide, meaning 3 free runs out of nowhere have been taken by the Bujagali Rafters. Bring up 70 runs for them on board. Another one backward of the square by Erin Alumo. Another chance to take 2 runs. And yes, they will get the 2 runs. Field placements by Itanda Kayakers again starting to be the area of concern in this game. Well, that double marks the end of the over. Expensive from Teddy Oeras. He's given away 9 runs, bowling to the last wicket. And after 18, 72 for 9 is where the Bujagali Rafters stand. Hanifa Noreen also given an opportunity to bowl her first over. Lona Anyait and Arago Michel both bowled out, and there comes Noreen. Noreen starts off with a dot ball while this one there from Charlotte, but not anywhere close. I don't like the fact that Aluma is not talking a lot to Charlotte, because it's really essential for the two.
Not the best ideas for Charlotte when it comes to batting decisions. She's going back to deliver. She could just stride forward and punch. She's that one in the air, but it's all over. She holds out. Alumo looks at her and drops her head. Says, well, we've left at least 10 balls. 9 to be exact. As the wicket does fall. 72. All out is what the Rafters of Bujagali get. And it's been a fine bowling show from the Itanda Kayakers, who are itching to get even with the Rafters on points table. That's the catch, and that's how it all ends. Lona Nyai, 2 catches in the same position. All over. Ivan Sajabi will take you through the batting card of the Rafters.
Our fielding position has been Lona Anyait. Itanda Kayakers have won the toss and opted to bowl first. Stefan Nampina, 21 off 24. Irene Alumo, 11 off 13. Kevin Awino, 10 off 27. 9x was given away, and 72 all out for the Bujagali Rafters in 18.3 overs. Michelle Ariago led the bowling charts there in the game. She bowled 4 overs, conceding 13 and picking up 4 wickets. Immaculate Nanda bowled 4, picked up 2 wickets, and she's gone for 19. Anifa Noreen, 0.3 overs, picked up a wicket, and she did not go for any run as we come to the end of the first innings. We will take a short break, and we will return with the second innings. 74 runs for the Itanda Kayakers to win. They've done a lot of good work in the first innings after bowling out to the Bujagali Rafters for just 73 runs. The two umpires are standing in this game. Gloria Obuko, former player for the Victoria Pearls, alongside Shama Mukaya. Shama Mukaya has also played as a wicketkeeper batter for the under-19, but Kaite doing a lot of managerial work for the Tornado Cricket Club. Jimia Mohamed Abdallah, the standing captain, alongside Lona Anyait, will go in to open the batting. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajab here in the comms, and I'm not alone. I have Innocent Ndaula here with me. Innocent, welcome back from that short break. 73 runs on board. Is it something for the Bujagali Rafters to bowl at?
It's very important to see how the first 6 overs go by the power play. If wickets stumble in the power play and they find themselves at 17 for 4, 20 for 5, it could be a different tale of the tape. The Rafters themselves were 26 for 4. They struggled throughout their innings. And it's important how they go about the chase here, the Kayakers, if they are to catch up with the Rafters on the points table. Beautiful morning here in Lugogo. It is the 2026th edition of the Waterfalls Women's Elite League. Coming to you in the Pearl of Africa. Over the years, we've had some international players, but the coaches this time around saying we would like to develop our own and give some of our own a chance to play at the elite stage, because we have big tournaments coming up. The under-19s, the Baby Victoria Pearls, as well as the Victoria Pearls, have their plate full for this season. The Rafters, the Rapids, and the Kayakers in this one, 3 franchises.
Out for Golden Duck. But now they are given the ball to make sure that she does amends Kevin Amuge, and she starts off with the dot ball. The risky business there for Jimia Mohamed was playing that one on the back foot. Anything straight could have put her in trouble. But a dot ball there to start off the run chase. And I think now the idea for the Rafters is to pick wickets as early as they can. Dot balls may not help them to pick up victory, but maybe keep them alive. Another dot in the over. Not a very bad start there for the Rafters.
Kevin Amuge hitting very good lines here to Jamia Abdallah Muhammad, who is struggling for runs. She got 49 from 38 balls in the opener, but it's all been going down south for her since then. She needs to reignite and find her mojo.
Down to the fine leg side for the first extra in this run chase. Third man and long on for Jimia Mohamed. Jimia Mohamed can explode, but the issue of consistency has been the area of concern in the entire tournament.
Ivan Sajabi, you were lucky you were in Thailand. You saw how the other teams went after our small scores. So let's cut very well down to third man. The fielder at Galley Point is beaten, but Sarah Akiteng does a good cleanup job. Sometimes explosion is not needed, but when you explode, you have to explode in a clinical manner. You saw how the teams, Ivan, you were there, you saw how the teams went after small scores, sometimes chasing down 80 below 13 overs.
Indeed, it should be the approach. It's one of the issues that costed us the Namibia game was that we played with a lot of caution and we end up failing to chase. If you start with intent and defend the over maintaining it just like that, you stand a chance of winning. First boundary in the first over being brought up by Lona Anyait. Good work. Just accessing that vacant area at fine leg.
Lona Anyet now throwing her hands at that one there. Mwanga Ruth will chase and she'll catch up. No real backup from the Don, who's played this game in second gear, the captain. The runs have come thick and fast in this first over. There is a boundary from Lona. There is a couple of runs.
A very good area to ball there. Another way than the run, turning out to be a very expensive over there from Kevin Amoge. She didn't give her team a lot in terms of the batting, so her good work could have been with the ball. But her areas so far in the game have not been so good.
Fruitful first over, they're already in the tens. Jamia Muhammad solid in her defense as the first over does count on end. At this rate, will be done and dusted in 8 overs because the score is 10 without loss for the Kayakers. Straight from the pace of Amuge to Sarah Akiteng. They're trying to mix it up here. They need wickets. Half tracker. Cut very hard, but not finding the gap. I would like to see Lona find the placement because she doesn't have the power to hit successive boundaries. But what she has is the poise, the elegance. So she should try and find the gaps such can make up for the lack of a lot of muscle. Good bowling there from Akiteng. Quick single, chance for run out. Big appeal. Does Gloria Obukol say something? No, the umpire, the square leg. She's comfortable. Sarah Kiteng only going for 1 run after 3 balls. She's darting them away nicely. That is the idea. Keep it very tight. And there again, Jamia Muhammad swinging very hard. It's not all about power. Otherwise, many people would be using pangas to peel potatoes. Jamia Muhammad cuts nothing. At the end of the over, an over that does go for 1 run. Sarah Akiteng, very economic and parsimonious in the first. And the score is 11 for no loss after 2.
A quick bowling change after Kevin Amuge giving away 10 runs when they are defending a very paltry total. The captain will change her right away, and Malisa Ariokot will now be the bowling change coming in from the Ginger Road end. Fine leg, third man already in place there. Lona Anyait, Malisa Ariokot, Jimia Mohammed, all from Olida High School. Malisa to Lona starts with one down the leg for a wide. The umpire is also from Olida High School, Gloria Obuko. But one of the things that has been costly in the innings so far for the Bujagali Rafters is that they are giving away so many extras, yet they are not dealing with a very big total.
So many extras, says Ivan Sajabi, in a defense of a very little poultry score. Malisa Ariokot needs to do like that. They need to copy and paste from Sarah Kitengi's first over, where she gave only 1. But I like what the captain does. Says, Amuge, seen enough of you after 1 over, bye-bye. She went for 10. And now here, Malisa must avoid to go for more than at least 6. Up and over, who wants to catch that? Akiteng doesn't attack. They need to create here some miracles, some fine efforts there to be able to be within a chance of victory. But if you don't grasp those ones, if you don't try to run quickly and dive and take the catch, because in the men's version, you also such catches swallowed.
1 wicket brings another, something the Bujagali Rafters have forgotten. I think full commitment and a forward dive from Saraktengo would have given them a chance to take that one. But in the end, Lona Anyait takes a single.
What Lona Anyait is doing very well, she's just using the pace of the bowler, Malisa. I like the fact that in this franchise tournament, normally we've seen her bat at number 9, 10, or 11 for the Victoria Powers when she played then. And now she's opening the batting. She's giving more options to the coaches, saying, yes, I'll be a very good spinner, a very good fielder, but I can also bat for you up the order and get some runs.
Lona's batting up the order hasn't started the innocent. For all the times I saw her batting at Olida High School, she used to bat at the top. Even at the club level for Olida Cricket Club, she's been batting at the top. So she's really mastered that art of hitting the ball in the power play. Not so big in stature, Lona Anyait, but she can hit the ball. You see clearly from her swing. There, Jimia Mohammed also just trying to make sure that she compliments Lona. And Lona, at the non-striker's end, she will keep speaking to Jimia, telling her that you've not moved anywhere close to that ball, so it will be hard for you to make any contact. This is match day number 4. Double-header day for the Bujagali Rafters. They will hope they started off well with a victory. They will return in action taking on the Karuma Rapids at 2 p.m. at this very ground. The 2 p.m. I do mention about is in East African time. Your trusted LPG partner, Rajgas Pro, are part of the sponsors for this tournament. Scope Energy, Smart Energy, Safer Life, Leica Mobile, Nyakasura Alumni League, and Cricket Uganda are the organizers of this tournament. We've come to the end of the third over, and 14 for none is the score for the Itanda Kayakers.
Sarah Akiteng cut very well. Alumo must chase, but Alumo will give up almost immediately. Outfit very electric here. When you pitch it outside off stump, and it's not going to hurt the batter, they just throw their butts at it, and once they get the gap, it's always going to be 4 runs. 4 more to the total for the Kayakers, who have put on a very good start here in the chase of just 73.
Not a dream start to the over there for selecting as she went for a boundary off the very first ball. And again, Jamia Mohammed finding her shooting range. That one is past the head of Gabriel Nyamel Divine, but they'll only take 2 runs off that good shot. The runs still coming quick and thick for the Itanda Kayakers. I tell you, Innocent, I would also feel that when you're chasing a very small total, you don't need to take a lot of time with it. Chase it in no quick time, and so that you send a message. And somehow the cricket which is played at this level and right from the school carries on even to our senior team. I think our issue as Uganda has always been the fielding. Though we field sometimes doesn't come to the party. The fight has always been there for the men, but the ladies, right from the league, the tournaments, even onto the senior team, the fielding is not so good. As we hardly see players dive. Even if I tell you, Innocent, to count the players that you've seen diving in the women's setup, apart from Malisa, you may not see so many. But Sarakten trying to make up for the 6 runs he has already gone so far in the over. Getting 1 drift away from Jamia Mohammed to pick up another dot ball. And after 4, 24 no loss is the score for the Itanda Kayakers.
Malisa Ariokot is back from the Ginger Road end. Jamia Mohammed and Lona Anyait look at each other. They want to dash off for another quick single. But they realize it's needless because they're moving at 5 per over. They are comfortable. 20 without loss in 4. I would like to see them chase this one down for no loss to stamp their authority and say when you put on little, we'll chase it down easily. Very well, up and over. Lacked power. It won't recite to the boundary. Stefani chases with Amuge, and they get a couple. Lona should be able to throw a little gymming or body conditioning will do for Lona. And I know the physio is watching, the coaches are watching, and they'll demand more from Lona.
A good inside out shot there from Lona Anyait to try and make sure that she keeps the scoreboard ticking for the Kayakers. Chance taken by the wicket keeper and the upper oblayers that's off the blade of Lona Anyait. Kevin Awino doesn't put down many of those. And the Bujagali Rafters get the first wicket. 22 for 1 as Lona Anyait departs. Group stage action for this tournament will be wrapped up tomorrow morning before we see the final of the top two at the end of the group stage action. It will be the Itanda Kayakers taking on the Karuma Rapids tomorrow in the morning. A decider of sorts on who makes it to the final, because the win for the Karuma Rapids kept them alive in the contest. If they come back again and win, they'll be hoping that they can win. If they come back again and win today afternoon, they will be hoping that they win again tomorrow.
Good shot there from Apio Blessing. She's come out here and she's finding her range early on in the innings. Off the mark with the couple, and now she pumps Malisa Arioko down the ground for a boundary. She's making good use of the pace.
Game. 30 runs in no quick time. 30 for 1 after 5 is now the score. Bowling change as Sonia Nampera comes into ball. Sonia Nampera comes to ball, replacing Sonia replaces Sarah Kiteng, a spinner for a spinner. And 2 dot balls there for her already. Nearly connecting that one to her stumps.
Quick single down the line. Apio Blessing asking Ajimia if she can come through quickly for the second. But Amuke has also improved it with her fielding. She cuts it off just to 1. Let's see how Blessing Apio, who's looked very comfortable with the pace, how she counters now the spin. Very good sweep from the young Blessing appeal, but no runs there. Amuge hugging the 30-yard fence there. Cuts it off. Therefore, hard hands trying to flick that one onto the onside. Four runs to the total again here. Blessing Appeal doing the job here. Fine job. She's come out here and looks like she wants to test this one down very quickly. She's not been playing many games, and when she batted in the previous game, she batted low the order. But I think now the coaches, listening to the head coach, Deus Muhumuza, because Aaron Kusasida is the coach of the Kayakers, and Deus Muhumuza, we've seen him down there consistently talking to the coaches. I think that's the idea from Deus Muhumuza, is to bring Appeal up the order, because lower the order, she won't do much with the field spread and with the big hits needed. So good so far.
This tournament is a high performance program of sorts. So Coach Deus Muhumuza will be closely watching whatever happens here, because he knows this is a great avenue for him to pick the fine players. Divine Gabriela Nyameri is the bowling change there, coming into ball for the Rafters. Starts with one shot and it's pulled by Appeal Blessing Norin for a single. Appeal Blessing Norin looking to be in fine touch. Everything she has touched has turned into gold, as she's made sure that she keeps the runs coming in for the Itanda Kayakers.
Blessing is a little cameo here. Will be a very beautiful thing to watch. You see how she's just coming, but she's already gone past Jamia Muhammad in a number of runs. It will be a beautiful sight to watch for many of the people who like to see her talent grow all the way from Soroti to Ndeje. Because she's looked at as one for the future, and also because she is still under 19. Some of the players that the coaches must work with to give Uganda a chance at the junior level, because the junior teams of the national of Uganda have been punching below their weight, and everyone demanding more and more from them. That man has square leg, also the umpire, Shama Mukaya Uzama, will be happy because he's the coach of Ndeje, although now he's doing umpiring duties in this tournament.
Blessing Norin Appeal, one of the players who are supported by Soroti Cricket Academy. She gets a full bursary, the money coming from the academy to pay her school fees. A program which was started by many. Felix Musana, Brian Masaba, the assistant head coach for the VPs. Davis Twino, the development manager for Cricket Uganda. They all put together someone at the end of every month, Innocent, to make sure that they support some of these athletes. And Appeal Blessing Norin was the first beneficiary of that program. So Innocent, since you're in Rotary, that is a very big avenue for you to come and give more support. But some dot balls coming in there from Divine Nyameri Gabriela to make sure that she cuts the gears a bit, because the Itanda Kayakers looking to be in full flow. That is full and played with power by Jamia Mohammed Abdallah to find Mwanga Ruth running in from the long on. That's cut off to just a single. That single brings up 40 runs at the end of the 7th over. Sonia Nampera returns it, and that is pumped through the cover area by Jamia Mohammed. Abdallah for another boundary. Tossed up and deployed through the cover for a boundary.
Those will be wides from Sonia Nampera. Hit for a boundary of the first ball now. What she does is stray away from the batter, Jamia, whose blade is hot. Flight on offer. Jamia just inside edges it. She almost gets herself run out. Not even stamped because there was some bat on that.
Nampera trying to ball it wide of Jamia, but just not keeping it in that wide lane. A chance there, but put down by the wicket keeper. Good idea there from Sonia Nampera. She knows that she doesn't want to bowl it so close to Jamia, just get it drifting away from her. Force her to play on the offside. There's an extra cover fielder who has been put in place to protect that area. That is played to the onside. Run out chance. And the umpire raises up the finger. Blessing knowing Apio not making her ground in time. Divine Gabriela Nyameri combines with Kevin Awino to pick the second wicket for the Bujagali Rafters.
The boss lady walks in at a 46 for 2. If you don't know the boss lady of Uganda women's cricket, the self-acclaimed boss lady, that is Immaculate Nakisui. Nakisui walks in at 46 for 2. Almost half the job is done. They need less runs than what is on the board. And she's proven to be a very good finisher. Yesterday she got 62. Yesterday, but one, I beg your pardon, she got 62 from no less than 35 balls. And that was the difference. That was almost the difference as the Kayakers pushed for another victory, only to fall by 1 run to the Rapids, who are picking up their first victory. Pace on from Sonia Nampera.
91 runs from 4 innings. Immaculate Nakisui. Highest score of 63. She's been scoring at a strike rate of 113.75. That's great. Roman cuts that one. Not too much effort from the Don. Another misfield in the deep. Very, very casual fielding there displayed by the Bujagali Rafters. And 4 more added on to the total as we come to the end of the 8th over. 49 for 2 is the score. Nyamel Divine Gabriela comes back to bowl the 9th over. Starts with the half tracker, but not punished. Jamia Mohammed is still taking her time, her sweet time, just knocking the ball around. Another soft touch, but another dot ball there for Divine. Fall and hit by Jamia. Running round it, Malisario caught, but they will take the second run. She had to cover a lot of ground to make sure that she cuts off that one. And Jamia Mohammed and the boss with great awareness to make sure that they scamper through very quickly to pick up 2 runs. Long off, long on. Deep wicket and deep square leg there for Jamia Mohammed. They know she's explosive and they're making sure that they don't give her any chance.
50 does come up already. So what is needed is much less. 51 now, so need another 22 runs. Chance for a catch. Oh no, Alumo not giving it an effort. Sparing her body. Maybe she's got a party, she's got to go somewhere, and she doesn't want to be limping at the party. There's a chance for a catch there, all to cut it off. Jamia could have been gone for all money. But instead, it's more runs on board with Divine Nyamel Gabriel. There is Jamia, bring her power game to the party. And look at the feeble fielding from the youngsters. Mwanga Ruth, very guilty. I don't know as a coach what you tell such a player when they play like that.
The Bujagali Rafters have been the enemy of themselves in this match. They didn't score many runs, missed so many half chances, and now complementing it with the misfields. It will be just a matter of time, but the Itanda Kayakers are striding on, getting close to victory.
End of the over. 57 now for 2 after 9 overs. They are eaching ever so close to victory. The Kayakers, they will take a deserved rest, knowing that they are same points atop the log with the Rafters on 6 apiece.
Four wickets the last time she came to bowl for the Bujagali Rafters. Asmin Akrut. Now she's bowling change, replacing Sonia Nampera. That's very full and driven down the ground. Another half-hearted effort there from Irene Alumo. And another boundary there for the boss.
Immaculate, like you see, are toying with the fielding. Yeah. If it was a song, you just turn to that beautiful love ballad of Michael Bolton, Killing Me Softly, all of the Fugees, same title. Over the Waterfalls Women's Elite League 2026, a 3-franchise affair, 14 players per franchise, and only the very best in the Pearl of Africa. Driven down now to Alumo, who says no fly zone. Imagine Nachisui toying around with the fielding.
80 runs from 62 for the Kayakers pick up victory. Under a run, every ball would see them cross the line. Up and over, inside out shot there from Immaculate Nakisui to bring up another boundary and reduce the deficit to just 4 runs for victory.
Easy pickings for Nakisui within her range, and she plays that inside out shot very nicely. She gives it the full blow, the full face of the bat. And another boundary there for the Kayakers. White is a very good shot, is because she just opens up the bat and plays with extended arms over the top. Even tall Alumo can't do much to cut it off. She's got to collect that from the tennis clubs.
Just 4 runs from 61 balls for victory. Not sure if this will go past this over, but just a boundary away from victory. This tournament is sponsored by Laika Mobile, Raj Gaspro, Nyakasura Alumni League, Scope Energy, and everything is organized by Cricket Uganda. This is match day number 4. Double-header day for the Bujagali Rafters. For now, they are taking on the Itanda Kayakers, who are 4 runs away from picking up victory. But they'll return in the afternoon, take on the Karuma Rapids.
25 from 36 for Jimia Muhammad on the non-strikers end, but 16 from 7 for Nakisui, who was 4 boundaries. And this time around, she goes downtown to wrap it up. Nakisui finishes with 20 from 8 balls. A beautiful strike rate. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Game, set, and match here in Lugogo. Victory belongs to the Kayakers. And they will shake hands, share commiserations as that ball races out to the boundary just beside the side screen. 73 for 2 in 10 overs. They win by 8 wickets, Ivan. Arguably the biggest victory of the tournament with 60 balls to spare. Easy stuff. Nakisui 20 from 8. Muhammad 25 from 36. And Ivan, please take us through that batting card of the Kayakers.
What a game we've had this morning here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. The Bujagali Rafters won the toss. I beg your pardon, the Itanda Kayakers won the toss and opted to bowl first, and they made a very good bowling display, bowling out to the Rafters for just 72 in 18.3 overs. Stefan Nampina was the leading run scorer for the Rafters, 21 of 24. Complemented by a late 11 of 13, unbeaten by Irene Alumo. 9 extras given away by the Kayakers. 4 wickets for Michelle Ariago at an accumulated of 3.25, where she's gone for 13 runs in half over spell. Immaculate Nandera got 2 wickets in half overs, where she's gone for 19 runs. 1 wicket apiece for Naomi Jane Amongin, Lona Anyait, and Hanifa Noreen. 72 all out is what the Bujagali Rafters managed to set. And in the chase, Jimmy Mohammed, the standing captain for Janet Mbabazi, played throughout the innings, being unbeaten at 25 of 36. Lona Anyait 10 of 10. Blessing Nguyen Apia was run out, but she had already posted a quick 9 of 6. Immaculate Nakisui playing like a real don, a strike rate of 250, where she scored 20 of 80 balls. Generous exchanged as the Bujagali Raptors, who didn't have so many runs to work around with, also gave away 9 extras. Marisa Yokot got the only wicket for the Bujagali Rafters. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi, and Meko Commenter Industry will be coming to you with the post-match. Don't leave your screens yet.
didn't convert. Same thing happened all the other batters. What went wrong?
I think we just didn't have a good start. The wicket wasn't so good, but the score we put on was also so little.
Also, tell me about the body language. Looks like you guys didn't bat with a little purpose. The body language has been low, yet you guys are coming from a day off. Just tell me about that. Do you feel the body language was a bit low?
Yeah, it was low, but then I don't know why. Maybe everyone had their own reasons, but I don't know.
And then just tell me, you guys are now joined top of the table with the Kayakers on 6 points. A victory for you in the afternoon will seal your place in the final. Are you pumped up as you come to play the Rapids?
It's like the girls are now under pressure, knowing that if we lose, we might end up not playing the final. But we shall just give it our best and see what comes up.
Thank you very much for talking to us, and enjoy your game in the afternoon against the Rapids. You heard it from the captain saying that the girls were a little bit under pressure because they didn't know what could happen, and knowing that if they missed the win today in the morning, that maybe they could miss the final. So they have another chance to come and make amends in the afternoon. Well, now let me talk to the winning captain, Jamia Muhammad Abdallah. Jamia, good win for you.
Thank you.
First things first, tell us, where is the original captain for the Kayakers, Janet Mbabazi? Is she all good?
Yeah, our captain is fine, but then she has some important engagement. That's why she's not around. But I would like to first thank her for entrusting me with the captaincy. It's not easy, but she trusted me. So even in her absence, I felt her presence. And also the senior players on the side, like Nakisui Matchlet, Amongi Naume, they helped me up and they backed me up during the fielding. They helped me, like, tell me what to do. Even though they are my seniors and I'm their captain, they still help me out.
Thank you very much. You talk about the seniority showing today, and from the way you guys bowled, you were right on the money, business time, and then at the very end as well, when you came to chase, you were amongst the runs. We last saw you scoring runs in the opening game of the tournament. Now you come back and score some runs. How does that give you joy? And then you also had comfort from Blessing Appeal playing very well before you guys got yourselves run out, to imagine that you sealing it up with 5 boundaries.
So I would say that everything started from the dressing room. We had a plan with the coach and then the other senior players. So we chose to bowl fast because we wanted to restrict our opponents from scoring very many runs so that we can come down and chase down the score easily. So we bowled like in the plan, and our bowlers listened. I'm thankful to them, they cooperated. And then when we came to bat, we chose our batsmen, like the batting lineup, and me myself, I had to take charge as a captain, so I had to lead by example. That's why I had to stay in until the last ball.
Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the final day in the morning, because a victory there could see you play in the final.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You heard it from the standing captain of the Itanda Kayakers, former Baby Victoria Powers captain, Jamia Abdallah Muhammad, saying she's very happy for being entrusted with the leadership, and she's happy that she has converted at the very end. Now, to give out the Player of the Match award is one of the guys who was standing in, the umpire today, standing in for the first time in the tournament. Shama Mukaya Uzama, please come and first come here through. Because Shama also serves in other capacities as a development coach. The Player of the Match, please turn over and look this side, that left side, yeah. Player of the Match, none other than Michelle Ariago, 4 for 13, the best bowling figures in the tournament. Michelle Ariago, please come. From Soroti, captain of Light SS in Soroti. They were in the school's cricket week final, and she's done well over the years. Thank you very much, Shama. Michelle Ariago, very well played. Did you think you would win today?
Yes.
Why?
Because our bowling plan was okay. The fielders were doing well because they're backing up the bowlers in terms of catches and avoiding the boundaries.
As you bowled, how was the wicket behaving? Was it giving you some good turn, or you were just bowling with the drift, the natural drift?
It was giving some good turn.
Okay, and then with the batting, did you guys think you would win that easy?
Yes.
And what should you expect from Michelle Ariago as she comes to play her final game tomorrow? That's if you don't make the finals. If you make the finals, we'll see you for 2 more matches. What should we expect from you from the remaining 2 games?
Have to just play according to the team's plan.
Well, enjoy your prize money, and good luck to you in the next couple of matches.
Thank you.
You heard it from Michelle Ariago. She's very happy with winning her first Player of the Match award. And for now, it is the end of the presentation. We will see you in the afternoon when the Bujagali Rafters, who are playing their double-header day, come and take on the Karuma Rapids, who've only won 1 so far. Yes, cut. All the pose, innocent. Hold the pose, innocent.